All right, we have now 114 people online. I really apologize for the technical issue we had with another Zoom account. So let's start our tonight's training. So first of all, let's show our respect to Buddha and Master. Everybody please stand up, palm together. First bow, second bow, third bow. Please be seated. So for tonight's training, consists of two parts. The first part will be presented by Sister Wenli about the workflow of the distribution side, and the second part will be presented by Sister Renee from Charity Department about the functionality of each team. So at the end of each section, there will be a Q&A section open for everyone. So if you have any question, just feel free to ask. And we really feel grateful about everyone's participation and interest in helping those in need in a wildfire. So to save time, let me pass the microphone to Sister Wenli.
Thank you, Mike. 亲爱的上人、金色师父以及线上所有的师兄师姐，大家晚安，everyone. Good night. For this wonderful evening. It has been so busy for the past few days. I think everybody has felt it. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to share some information for tomorrow's distribution. Tomorrow distribution will be at both places, one in West LA office and the other one is in the El Monte office. We're going to use the El Monte office as our demonstration for tonight. If you are assigned or sign up for West of LA office, it's similar setup. All the intake forms and information needed are the same. However, the logistic might be a little bit different. So follow the instruction of Sister Flora when you do go to the West LA office. We're going to demo tonight's session with in the El Monte office. So as you all have signed up, have seen there are different functions in tomorrow's distribution. The first one is check-in 签到，所以我们有签到的部分。And then the second part is the caring team，就是我们的招待组。那招待组呢，the caring team actually consists of several work. So it's not just working in the front office, front hall. So it could be you might be needed in different other areas in the back. And then there's another team. It's called the presentation team, which most people are more familiar with as intakers. But this time we have done most of the intakers, either they sign up online or we have helped a lot of intakes in the DRCs, whether it's in PCC or in UCLA. In fact, right now we have over 1,400 signed application for our assistance. Out of those, I think over 800 is done through the DRC, means that a lot of volunteers has been working hard to help our clients or our fire survivors to apply for our assistance. So that application is indeed our intake form. And what we are doing is we're going to not doing the intake. but verify some of the information that they have provided at the presentation team. So that's at the 注册 or 资格审查区. So you're verifying some of the information, and as well as sharing Tsuji spirits, bamboo bank spirit with them. And also you can, we're going to give them our blankets and bamboo bank there. Okay. And then the next session will be the 发卡区, which is where all the cash cards going to be there, assigned, delivered, with the right information recorded and everything. So it's more of computer data working team. And then also the most important, lastly, but I think it's most importantly, is the runners, because there are going to be the guiders for leading all these people that comes in, our clients comes into our office, and be able to have a good flow. That's the good logistic, knowing where to go to, what to do next. So the runners are also, I think, is very important, because they are the one that's ensuring the whole process is run smoothly. So and then, who left? Okay. And so in right now in this on the screen, you are seeing a setup for tomorrow. So you kind of know where everybody's going to be at. And then on the very right side, there are three spiritual care areas. Those are, we're using our what we call the 福慧和平, the dividers, separated. If anyone has a need to talk, to spill out some of their worries, or want to say something in private, those are the areas that we will bring them in, and you will assign sisters to have some to chat with them. But basically, we don't give any opinions, or we just listen. So that we listen and try to comfort them and let them know we care, we do care, and things will get better. But we need to all work together to help the community back into the safe hometown that they are used to. So that's what these are. And then also there's what they call the 物资区. So these are the places that we're going to provide our clothings, shoes, some cleaning supplies, or food boxes or food supplies. So this is the area where Coco, they're going to do shopping. After all, we have given them our cashier assistance or our blankets, but this is the area is an option. If they have time and they have that need, then we will have the runners guide them to this area, so where they can pick whatever they feel that they can use or need. So these are the basic setup for Almonte tomorrow, and the functions are pretty similar in with the West LA office. So far, any questions? So I'm going to go through the logistic really quickly, and a lot of details will be explained by Renee. For the parts that you feel you still have questions, wait till Renee explained the intake process and how do we connect, starting from check-in until they leave. There are a lot of things that we need to beware of and there are a lot of information on that intake form that we already printed for our clients um, to know or as our indication of something, as well as our record for our back office car loading and so there are a lot of details and everyone is involved. It's not only the job of the intakers or coco the presenters or the verification people. No, it's everybody starting from check-in. So when a clients do come in from the front door, the first thing they're going to meet are the people that help them to find their intake form. And after they received their intake form, that's the form. So the check-in people needs to let them know, make sure they hold on to this form until they're being taken back for our record. So that's the form that they will be holding all the time. And with that form, once they receive that form, and the check-in people will assign a number to them as an indication of the arrival sequence, how who comes first. So there will be a sequence number in there to indicate their sequence of arrivals. And then once they have that, then they will be the first. What we're going to do is there are going to be 3 batches. They are assigned. There will be about 65 people arriving for tomorrow, and they are assigned into 3 batches. It means that they come in at different time. Oh no, the first batch is 65. Then the second batch is, I think, is 50, and third batch is 50, something like that, around that number. So when the first batch people come in, they might not arrive all the same time, but once they come in, we'll assign them a sequence number. Then the first batch will be brought to the front room, which we're going to have a ceremony there, a very short and quick one. And we want to thank Annie Chow. She's actually now on a plane coming from Northern Cal to back home. That's Sister Noma's daughter, 齐凤师姐的女儿，那个 Annie. She will be emceeing, helping us to lead that ceremony. It will be short and sweet. It will be only 15 minutes. And then we will then start calling numbers to enter the hall to start our intake process or presentation process. So the people here near the end of the curtain, if you are familiar with the with the setup in Almonte, these people will be the one that's calling the number. So we have prepared a PowerPoint that has number, and it will be played on the screen so that they know what number we are on now. And these people will then come to the people that's guiding them into the back room. And the first 10 will just go right to the 10 the 10 what do you call 10 presenters, 10 chairs right in front. Then the next 10 people will then sit. 等一下，怎么跑到这边来？Renee， 你不能乱换 screen。OK， 不见了 our screen。OK， 不好意思。OK， and then we will so that's the people that are guiding. And you see the 2 volunteers here. They're the one that help them to know when to go to the table for their verification at that place. So once the first 10 are in the chair, we bring the waiting people in the next two rows. So in here, you actually can have 30 people waiting inside during the time. So depending whichever uh, chair is done, then we can fill in with the next waiting. It will be done this way. So we'll do a briefing tomorrow morning. Everyone, please arrive at 8:30 tomorrow, and we'll do a quick briefing so you know exactly how you look like and you know what to do then. And by then, you also know your pose, which position you're going to do. So these people inside, these volunteers inside, near the waiting areas are the one that's going to fill the chairs, so that we can have a very smooth verification process. Okay, and then in the back of the verification process, there will be runners there. Their responsibilities are to there are two responsibility. I think I will assign uh, dedicated volunteers to do the cash card. They need to take the intake form that has the amounts that the intakers or presenters, we call it now, that decided the amounts to give to the client, the assistance that we decided, cash amount we decided to offer to them. And then the runner, the cash card runner, needs to take this form to the data area in the back, so they can do a record of the number. In that way, they will be able to know who gets which card. And then also when they're done, you receive that and bring it back to the table or the number that you received it to. So Renee will explain the details of the logistics. How do you know who to bring it to? And how do you know it's the right card that you're giving uh, to the intaker? Okay, so there will be runners there, and then we also will need volunteers helping at the data entry area that has the catch cards. So there will be volunteers back there, and this afternoon we have decided to expand this area. Used to decide to have only two computers, but because we have enough data entry volunteers, so we're going to probably expand it to 3 or 4 computers. So this process will be faster. Okay, and then after that, uh, during that process of issuing the card, the intaker or the presenter will then take the time while they are waiting for the card to share information about Tzu Chi, and also to share information about bamboo bank spirit, give them because they're going to receive a bamboo bank, and also talk a little bit about the blanket. So all these are our effort or our way to share with them that how this foundation is able to help them. Now, these information will be also shown very quickly in the ceremony. However, as I said, they have been divided into 3 batches. So we might not have a chance to explain to the people that came in late, that going to come in later. So we will definitely need to share this very important concept or our spirits to them when we're waiting. However, I want to remind all the people that have signed up as an intaker or the presenter, you'll have only about 10 minutes to finish one client. Most is 12. Don't talk 3 hours. Don't talk 30 minutes, not 20 minutes. You only have 10 to 12 minutes to finish up one client. So you need to be short and sweet. Get to the point, okay? Think about what's the most important thing you want this client to know. And so we will be able to let them also join our team. So right now they are probably the people that need our help, but in the future they probably can help others or even ourselves. Okay, so that's the concept we want to give to them. That's a pay forward or the what I call the cycle of love. Okay, so make sure these people don't talk too long. You only have 10 minutes, or else you cannot finish 65 people in 1.5 hours. Okay, so basically that will end. So by we after we receive the uh, cash card from the catch card runners, then we will then explain what's needed, the phone number they need to call, and the details will be shared by Renee later. And then with that information, then we'll give them the card, the bamboo bank, and the blanket, and then they can leave. So they have the option to stay, to go prayer, to make a prayer, because we're going to have a 与佛对话. We're going to have our 宇宙大觉者 there, and they're welcome to do some prayers there. They also, if they have need, they can also can go to the spiritual care area, and then we also, if they need more materials, they can go to the material area and select the things that they need. So that concludes the whole process of distribution. So far, any questions?
I had
You
a
cannot
question.
hear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they just walk in, or how they know to come
They
to us?
they receive a text message from us, so they know where to go to and what time to arrive.
Okay,
These
thank
people
you.
already receive a text message. These are the people that already apply with us. And after our back office evaluation, we verify their status, confirm their house's status, and we send them a text message. With that text message, they know where to go to, what time, which day, and what time to go to. And that's why they will arrive. That's why I say 3 batches, because they might receive a different time to come in.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Hi, Sister Wenli. This is Christine from Las Vegas. From the chat message, you said this meeting is only for the people sign up for tomorrow's.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, so this is for everybody.
Yeah, because in the
Okay, for
future,
everybody.
there are going to be many future distributions. So anyone can sign up for it. And basically, that's the process. So whatever Renee is sharing with you later, that's the most important parts. You need to understand what are the data on the intake form, what's the connection. Everybody need to double check, be mindful of the things that they should do, should read to confirm, and all these things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. No. So if not being, no, that's not what I said. Hui Ping, that's not what I said. If you're not in tomorrow's distribution, you should also stay and understand the process. Okay? All right. So no other questions? Then we will go on. I'll pass the back to Mike, or Renee, you want to continue, Ryan?
Okay, if no more question, let's just move to Renee's part.
Okay, welcome to bring your question later. Okay, so one more question. Please let me know. Oh, please hands up. Please let me know if anyone only okay. If anyone left because I say yes only for tomorrow's meeting, I apologize. Actually, I saw Mike's message quickly after the question. So if not be in tomorrow's distribution, we should be off, and that's 7:46. And Mike replied that message, 7:46. No, that's for everyone interested in the SOP or the distribution. So I apologize because I saw Mike's message correct the information, so I didn't say anything. So my apology to everyone. Is that okay, Jen?
I'm going to respond to those say that some of them left. That's fine because we have the recording. So if they need, if needed, the recording will be shared with you.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. Okay, may I continue? May I keep my question? If there's anyone only can I mean, Mandarin is friendly to if Mandarin is the only language friendly to you, if yes, please let me know. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, please see the screen. You can see the intake form. You can see the debit card. Those photos are what Wendy introduced. The right side, we call intake form. The left side, you can see the debit card and the first page. This part we call first page. And please see each number. So on the first page, the left one, the 10 number, we call external number. And the numbers start from 4860, we call card number. And that will be the same number with the physical card. And the serial number, okay? So for the intake form, sorry, I have to follow the confidentiality. So I didn't show you the real name of the client. So this time, we appreciate that we have a great team. They do a lot of work before the distribution. So you can see we already fill in most of the basic information. So you don't need to fill in the basic information. And also the client, they didn't need to answer the same question for tons times. So this is the intake form. And also when the clients complete the registration, we will figure out the intake form. So the client will hold their intake form before they sit down in front of each intaker. Any question? Okay. So this part you can see each different color that's matched together. So for the intake, each intake form with different intake number. Okay, so like ID, and that's after detail verify, so we can understand their situation, the damage assessment. We also recognize the household size. We want that the client know we assess their we got the final amount depends on the household size and the damage level. You can, if the client asks you, hey, my friend got 1,000, why I only have 600? You can let them know, hey, I know it's because of the damage, assessment. Different damage level, we will grant the different amount. That's all. Please don't say, oh, that's because of household size. Okay, we don't want to increase others. We don't want to increase the greedy. We don't want cause the unnecessary trouble or challenge. Okay, so okay, let me show you everything, and I will describe the different role, like a different like intaker and the runner and accounting. There are different tasks for different role. Okay, and because this time we decide the assistant amount could be more than 1,000, and per the policy of government, each debit card, the maximum is 1,000. So if the final amount is more than 1,000, we have to issue 2 debit cards to fit the amount we decide to grant. So you can see if that's 2 debit cards, you can see that will be different. So here, the in the green colors, that's you can see the amount. That's the reference amount. Is from that's the type. And please, the intaker should write down the amount. Don't worry, later I have the detail here. Okay, so for the intake, please review the intake form and check the ID. And please don't keep their ID here with you. Please don't keep your ID with you. Don't keep the ID to the runner and bring to accounting. It's very dangerous. Okay, please let the client see where we use their ID. Just verify who they are, the name. Please don't take their ID outside of their vision. That's dangerous. Okay, determine the family size, the relief dollar amount. Okay, here I have a condition. Probably each different distribution for the materials, relief materials, could be a little bit different. So I describe the general situation. So also please make sure you have enough blankets and other relief materials on site of you. I saw you, 采知师姑. Please wait for me a few minutes. Thank you so much. And also please write them down on the intake form. Okay, let me bring everyone to the intake form. Okay, please see the here. Under the amount before the consent, you can see blanket, different materials here. And please let me know, like, okay, if 2 blanket, then put 2. If 1, then put 1. Okay, so each different things. Okay, 采知师姑. Sorry, you have question?
Yeah. Yes. Sister Renee. So, so usually I encountered, so 2 clients. One is, so he owns an RV, but he is from Pacific Palisades. His RV was burned, and so, but he used, when he filled out the information under driver license, he used the ID from Mexico. So are we taking, so under ID, as long as he presents that ID from Mexico, they say he gets approved. Is that acceptable? So one is what kind of ID? Is that ID that they enter in the database? Or it has to be, I mean, it's the same, as long as it's the same ID that he entered in the database, or it has to be a driver license?
Thank you so much. Wonderful question. Actually, when they do the online application, okay, so of course we hope we can see the ID with their with the address in the disaster area. But if no, like if they are undocumented. It's okay, don't worry. Especially this time, per Master Zhen Yan, we assessed everything from their perspective and their needs, and of course with compassion and the reasonable perspective to assess everything. Of course, it is impossible we just like splash the money. Of course, we understand. If so, that's why this time we want to that every intaker or runner or accounting or all the volunteers understand one thing. We will do carefully assessment. After that, we will send text message. Review each application. And after careful assessment, we will send out text message. Let them know, hey, who and who and who you are qualified to not we. Of course, the wording will be more nice. I'm so sorry. I'm so cold. I'm not a warm person. Okay, we will let them know, hey, we decide to provide financial assistance for you and your family. Please come back to specific address. Okay, could be West Los Angeles, could be El Monte, and your appointment time is so and so and so. That will be our procedure. So verify ID, we just want to know that's the person we notify. Okay, even the ID is Mexico ID, that's okay. If we can see that's the person with the photo ID and that's the right person, that's the right name, that's okay. Because we believe the assessment already complete before we send out a message to notify them, hey, which time, which day, please come to which location. Okay, I hope I explained the situation well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So, okay. If you have any question, if the client say, hey, let me show you the photo. My house was totally destroyed. Or, hey, I think that's wrong. My household size should be 10. You only mark 5. If they have any question, don't worry. Please go to the distribution on-site leader directly. They will be there to support you. So don't worry about this kind of question. Plus, please reach out to the on-site manager directly. Okay, please don't try to argue with the client. Make sense? Okay. So one more thing, please write down the correct table number on intake form. Okay, let me bring you to here. Each intaker, we will assign a specific number with each intaker. So for example, this client served by intaker 3. So you can see the orange color 3. And also the accounting will write down 3 on the envelope and the first page. The purpose, later I will explain. Actually, that's for the runner because all the purpose is we don't want to deliver the wrong debit card with the wrong amount to the wrong clients. That's why because the runner will get the intake form to the accounting and then accounting will issue the debit card and the runner will bring the debit card back to intaker. That's why when bring the intake form back to accounting and bring the debit cards back to the intaker, we don't want any mistake happen. So that's why each intaker, please remember your number. Also, because consistently talking is that will make you exhausted. So probably you need to take a break, 10 minutes, restroom, or drink water, anything you need to take break. You will leave your seat. Then when you come back, there's no guarantee you will be the number 2 intaker again. So please, every time when you leave your seat and back to the intaker booth, make sure what number you are. Clear? Okay.
I have a question. So the intaker's number is not all the same during the day.
Of
If you
course,
take a break, you come back and you might have a different intaker day number.
correct.
Oh,
Because
okay.
for
Thank
you,
you.
yeah, okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so both intaker and the client must sign in intake form. Let me bring to here. Okay, please see the mean green part. That's clients print the name, sign the name and the date. And under the mean green, you can see, okay, this is the sign, the signature from the intaker. Okay, so when before the accounting issue the debit card, we will verify. We see the signature from clients and the signature from intaker. Okay, so here, intaker. So when you complete the 1 to 4, please pass your intake form to the runner, and they will bring the intake form to the accounting for debit card loading or issue. It depends on every situation. So of course, for tomorrow or this, anyway, for tomorrow, that's for the issue. Okay. And when you pass the intake form to the runner, that will be a good opportunity to talk to the clients. So like when they say that you have 10 to 12 minutes, and please in 10 to 12 minutes, talk to the clients, offer love and care, introduce Ci Ji founder, Master Zhen Yan, or our blankets, bamboo bank, touching story, okay, comfort clients. That will be good time to do this task. Okay, and when the runner receives the debit card from accounting, they will get that back to you. Okay, so please, when you get the debit card, explain how to activate the debit card. Okay, so let me bring you to here. Activate the card by the number on the card. Here. Explain to the client that they must call the 1877 number. That's the sticker on the physical card, okay, to activate their debit card after 24 business hours, okay. And if they ask why, there are few tips. The first, I will say safety concern, okay. It is impossible for our volunteers, staff to bring the car with the money to travel across whole Los Angeles is dangerous. So when our volunteer get back to office and we know they are safe, we will start the deposit. We will start to deposit the money to each debit card. Okay. Or you can say, hey, because we need time to work on this, simple. And please let them know they can purchase, okay, alcohol, tobacco, or any weapon. They can do cashback. Okay.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Okay.
Yes, on the item 9, you were saying the activated debit card is after 24 business hour. So
Yes.
each day has 8 hours for business. So you're talking about 3 days?
No, we talk about 24 hours. And why we say
24 hours.
business?
Because you put down business hour or 24 hours different. I just want to, clarify. That's all.
I'm so sorry because I got the terms from native English speaking. So I assume they should understand 24 hours, 24 business hours. That could be because but sorry, I got a term from the native English speaking. So, I saw Sophia. Can you help me? 24 hours, 24
Let's
business
just
hours.
put 24 hours there. Let's just delete business. Okay.
Got it? Okay, I will correct
You
that
mean
later,
one
okay?
business, or excuse me, or do you mean one business day? Maybe just one business day, then the weekend doesn't count. So what we try to say here?
Okay, activate after 24 hours. Okay, please be friendly and compassionate to clients while presenting the debit cards and other relief materials. Hug or shake hands and wish them well. And of course, you can stand up and take a bow to show the 自己 attitude. Okay, 子瑜.
Hi, I was wondering, like you say activate after 24 hours. What about for the people they say, oh, I'm staying at a friend's house. I want to save this money for later when I move in, whatever. And should we tell them that should activate it, or they can activate whenever they need? Or if there's any time limit, let's say, can they still activate after 2 months, 3 months, or even 6 months? That's my question. So what about they say, I don't need this fund right now. I'm saving this, when I move to the apartment, whatever. So
Okay.
and
Thank you.
I'm sorry. One more thing. And this card is gonna work different than the regular debit card, because I know some of the debit card every month they charge you like fee, and this one no, huh?
Okay, great. Thank you for your question. The first one, that's more easy. Okay, let the client know there is expired date on the debit card. So of course, please at least wait for 24 hours. After 24 hours, please wait for 24 hours and then activate the debit card. If they activate that in 24 hours, probably the amount, the balance is zero because we don't have time to deposit the money into the debit card. That's why we remind them, please activate your debit card after 24 hours. Otherwise, you probably feel scared why the balance is zero because we haven't deposited the money into the debit card. Okay, so that's why remind them. And if they won't use the debit card later, of course, sure, no problem. That's their budget management. But please remind them there is an expired date on the debit card. Okay, like the gift card, there is an expired date on the gift card. So remind them, please don't let the debit card expired. Otherwise, that's the same rule with the gift card. If the gift card, if that's expired, you can't use the debit card anymore. That's the same rules. So please remind them, okay? And the second question, if they will be charged service fee, it depends on each different vendor, different store. So there's no waiver for 自己 debit card if they have to pay the fee, like Arco gas station. I believe that still charge the service fee. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got you, Renee. But when I'm talking about a service fee, it's like, let's say I have $1,000 cash card and I use this month I use 500. Okay, I'm gonna save another 500 for the next month to use. And with this remaining 500 balance, would I get charged service fee?
Oh,
Like
no.
the-
当然啊，你这问什么问题？
No worry. For the service fee, that's for individual purchase, each
oh.
individual transaction. Of course, it depends on if the transaction will be charged service fee or not. But you don't need to maintain the minimum amount to avoid any fee.
I see. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ziyu. Okay, so the number 11 or the service, okay, so here all the intake form, debit card, first page should be returned and kept by accounting. Okay, so make sure nothing left on the booth. Okay, so for the runner, please receive the intake form from the intaker and make sure the relief amount and the correct table number are filled out. Okay, let me bring everyone to here. So make sure when you got the intake form from the intaker, before you deliver the intake form to accounting, make sure the signature, the right number, and the amount already filled in, okay? And then take the intake form into accounting to prepare debit card loading or issue. Prepare relief materials to the intaker like blankets, okay, or the instant rice, instant noodle, okay, for the client, if any, okay. But this time, may I ask Wenli, so do we decide to prepare the materials on site of the intaker or another station?
You mean the food boxes or the clothing?
Yes, or cleaning kits.
They will go to the material area to pick up, to do their own shopping over there.
Got it. And for the blankets,
Blanket will be delivered at the table.
Got it. Okay, so clear. So this time, okay, please prepare the blankets for the intaker. Make sure they have enough amount of the blankets and they can hand out to the to clients. Okay. Bring debit card and relief materials, if any, and back to the correct intake table. After the intaker present the debit card, confirm everything back to the accounting. Okay, sometimes the client, cry and everybody feel touched and they forgot and they bring intake form back with the client, and that's pretty bad. Okay. Okay, so for the accounting, receive the intake form from the runner and take the debit card out of the envelope and write down the external number and amount on the intake form and sign. Okay, let me bring this back here. Okay, so please see the pink part. That will be write down by accounting. External number and amount. External number and amount. Okay, and issue. So for example, that's issued by me. So this is my signature. And also on the envelope, I will write down the right number, intaker number, and the client's intake number. Okay, and the amount and which date the debit card issue. And on the envelope, I will write down the amount and the intaker's number. Make sure the runner can deliver the debit card to the right intaker. Okay, so that's the accountings. And also, of course, we need to know that these debit cards. So we have another spreadsheet that we call 4.1. And because this time that's only open to the specific people who load this task. So when we decide more accounting, then I will share the spreadsheet because too many confidentiality information on the spreadsheet. So sorry, forgive me, I can't share the spreadsheet now. Okay. And write down the correct table number on the envelope. That's what I showed. And then give an envelope with the debit card to runner, and runner will bring the debit card to the intaker. Okay. And also I will provide the basic 自计 factor for intakers, how to talk about 自计. Okay. Then of course that's just an example. It's not like you have to or it's necessary. You only can talk about this. No, I believe all of you have great experience to express 自计 better than Renee. Okay, so that's today's introduce and training to explain and express. And please let me know any question about different role like intaker, runner, accounting.
Yes. Will the debit card be expired?
It depends. And usually we have, let me
What do you mean?
Oh, that could be 1 year. Okay, because we order the debit card, like for example, this time, we have 1,400 debit card in our office, but we can understand probably we will probably this time 3,000 family are benefited by our disaster relief. So we will order more debit card. So the new order could be expired later and the previous one could expire earlier. But usually they have 1 year, 1 to 2 years, the time to run out all the money in the debit card. And don't worry, they can call the debit card company by themselves to replace a new debit card with the right balance by themselves.
Since if there's an expiration date, I think we need to tell them.
You can remind them, please note
Yeah.
here. Yes, there is an expiration date. And actually, I believe they understand it because that's just right on the debit card.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Any question?
Renee, this is Martin. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Sister Renee, yes, thank you for a great job. So I just want to remind, just kind of lightly, so-called expiration date, there's two kind of expiration date from what our experience with Central South America. So I need you to double check. The card itself, yes, they have an expiration date, year or two. That mean also the funds we uploaded will be expired at the same time. Sometimes they have two different issue. You see what I'm saying? So make sure when you try to explain to our volunteer, so make sure the funds when the funds gonna expire and the card itself might expire a year or two. Okay, do you know what I'm saying, Renee?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Just confirm. Each debit card, they have 2 years. Okay. So for example, all the debit card we order this year. Okay. If we order in 2025, the expiration date will be 2027. Okay. So if we order the debit card 2024 and the expiration date will be 2026. That's why I say it depends, because perhaps last year, the Hurricane Helene, we ordered a lot of debit card. So if they got the debit card we ordered in the end of last year, and the expiration date will be 2026. Okay, before the expiration date or very close to the expiration date, we still can refund the balance, the amount, the money back to 慈济 and reissue another one to the client. But if expired too long, like, okay, expired 1 year or half year, then perhaps we can support the client to refund the money back to 慈济 and reissue to them. Because per the policy, when we hand out the debit card to the client, the money belongs to client, not belongs to 慈济. So you can let them know, hey, please do budget management well. Of course, if you want to save the debit card later, of course, we understand. And also like Wenli's reminder, don't forget the intention why we are here, because that's emergency assistance. That's disaster relief. It's not for long-term care. That's different story. Does it make sense? Thank you, Wendy. Okay, any other question?
I have a question. So with the reminders for the credit card, are there like printed copies of these reminders that we can hand out to the clients? Because I think a lot of times when we explain it to them, they may not fully remember them. And then by the time, say like a month has passed, and by that time they will already have forgotten some of these things that we told them during the distribution.
Good question. And also thank you, Ella, the reminder. I have the handout about how to use the debit card, and please be notified whether bilingual English and Spanish. Good reminder. But I think for tomorrow, probably, okay, probably please talk to clients and verbally reminder. And the third time, we will prepare even better. Thank you, Ellen. Any question? Okay, thank you everyone for your patience, for your tolerance. I'm super anxious about the training because I just invited by Mike last night, I think probably 7 o'clock. And I I have social anxiety. I know you won't believe me, but that's my problem. I have social anxiety. I'm so nervous, and all the materials and everything just prepared roughly, and hope I explain everything, express everything well, and make you have more confidence to contribute to the disaster relief. Thank you so much.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Okay. Nobody answered the question. I just write on the chat. I mean, after the registration, how long they can get Tsuji's response? I mean,
I saw your
the message. How where and there how long they can go get the cash card.
Thank you, Ling Ling. Thank you, Ling Ling Shigu. I just read your message. It depends. Okay, I'm so sorry. It depends. It's not a good response. Okay, let me explain. When the registration, when the application, just if that's just the beginning, the first 3 days, that will be super easy to verify everything. But now the online, probably, I mean, when I drive to here, I saw, let me check the number. I believe our online application, okay. Our online application is more than 800 now. So we hope that we can deliver the debit card to them in 1 week. I mean, when they submit. But after they submit the application till they get the debit card on their hands, we hope that's in 1 week or in 3 days. We try our best to meet this goal.
So
Yes,
I want to clarify on that. We receive we inquire Sister Fan Ting, who is going to send the text messages. She said that a message will be sent to them. Text message will be sent to them 2 days before the next distribution. Okay, so it means that how we schedule our distribution. And then a reminder message will be sent a day before the registration. So they have to keep watching their text message. It won't be long if we're doing a lot of distribution. It might be longer if our distribution's schedule is scheduled longer. So there's no we cannot answer. So my answer to them usually, you should be receiving a text message soon, maybe in a few days.
Okay, got
Then
it.
if
Thank
they
you so much.
ask, yeah.
Thank you, Wenli and Renee. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so
On the
much.
DRC's training, you said that only if they qualify, then they will receive a text message. If they don't qualify, they won't receive any message at all.
Yeah, got it.
Correct.
Because one of my
Exactly.
daughter's friend is the fire victim. His house totally gone. So yeah, so that's why I have this question. Thank you.
Okay, so does anyone has any more question? So if not, I really appreciate Sister Wenli and Sister Renee's effort, the presentation. Since disaster relief is one of Tzuji's aim mission, I do think we need this kind of training as the one of the SOP. So we don't hope to have any more disaster, but when disaster hits, we do need the training about assisting the DRC and also how to be a volunteer during the distribution. So really appreciate everyone. And I hope everyone can take this opportunity to sign up for all the future distribution. We really need manpower to support us to fulfill this mission. And thank you everyone again. And if no more question, let's call the end of this meeting. And everyone please stand up and palms together. First bow, second bow, third bow. Okay, thank you everyone and good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
We see you tomorrow.
Thank you all. Thank you. Good night.
If you're signed up for tomorrow, please arrive at 8:30. Thank you.
那个文
We'll
丽跟
go through. Yeah.
文丽跟唐朝先留在线上一下好吗？
好。
软内下去了没有？
下去了。
OK， 好。
好，谢谢大家，大家可以下线了，感恩。 我看到还好多人都还在哦，舍不得离开我们吗？
那个刚才人类在讲的哈，你们稍微要注意一下哈。通常所谓的 expiration 卡它本身哈，就像我们在墨西哥，它那个卡本身 sometimes even good for 5 years， 因为这个5 years 之内随时可以补钱，所以 card 的 expiration 是一回事。但是通常我们会在现场通知大家说，今天灌进的这个钱 good for 6 months。所以说这一点，如果美国没有这样的区分就没有关系。Sometimes 银行就是发这笔钱的时候，跟卡的 expiration sometimes is a difference。所以这个钱可能你6个月要用掉，1年要用掉。结果有一两个案子，后来他们回头来追我们说，我当初拿到的这个地震的时候拿到了这个慰问金，我一看5年我要留起来，我要做个纪念，等到4年以后他才来用的时候，早就过期了，因为那个钱6个月就过期了。所以明天，等一下我然后再跟人类联络一下，叫他 make sure 这一点哈，不要让人家有一个误导。如果我们没有特别的通知灾民说这个钱，会什么时候 expire 的话，那通常就是跟着 credit card 的有效期走哈，这个稍微大家注意一下。
好，那个刚刚我们有在 chat room 有人 suggest 就是 just tell them please use the card within a year，这样子就好了。
Yeah.
对。
So that means at least the fund is good for a year. That's what we want to make sure when you give that information out. But I think maybe just 1 year. But sometimes the funds is only good for six months, especially for the disaster relief fund. So let's make sure of that. Okay.
Okay, I will confirm with accounting.
Yeah.
And to double check what's the best way to tell our clients.
Yeah. Okay. 然后那个后来你们去接的时候，去开会的时候 ，so we have a rehab resource hub。我相信你那个 conference 跟他们谈了 ，most likely it's a go, but I will need to collect all the information because Deborah says we could ask for the size, any size of the booths for the space we need. So I saw you did great job. You have 140 volunteer, all English speaking. So that make me feel great because I need to make arrangement for that 6 days from January 27 to February 1st. So, okay. So we need to take this opportunity out of this 140 wonderful, beautiful volunteer who can speak English, maybe use this as our pool to make arrangement. You can just pick them to start to think. So we need probably the final decision will be made tomorrow. So once it's a go, so Wenli, you probably need to help us to coordinate to make sure for that 6 days we have, well, I will probably ask 8 to 10 station. All depends. If we can, if you have enough manpower, then I will request 8 to 10 station. In other words, probably 10 volunteer each day. Okay, so that's why I was swarming. I mean, I was so happy you have 140. Okay.
All right, we'll see. Yeah.
Good job.
Okay.
Just stand by.
I
Okay.
thought we were also asking out-of-state volunteers to give them a chance to assist.
Timing, because January 29th, Chinese New Year, and then this rehab, this exhibition, this is a resource hub, will be started January 27th. I don't think that they can make it with such a short notice, so we probably still on our own. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 好 then let's talk tomorrow. Good night 了，好 ，OK， 拜拜。
OK，好，感
Thank you，
恩。
thank you，感恩，晚安。